this is episode 16.
Today's question is, how did the concept of a balance of power emerge, develop, and eventually become institutionalized?
So, balance of power was basically the idea that not one power would have total control over all of the European nations. So, the Congress of Vienna is a perfect example of how a balance of power was established. So the Congress of Vienna was established in 1814 after the Napoleonic Wars, mostly because of France's involvement and the whole tension between the European nations and France. Otto von Bismarck, who led Germany to its unification, kind of created alliances to isolate France because of their involvement in the Napoleonic Wars. Eventually, he would create even more alliances to kind of build up his empire with Austria-Hungary and Italy. This caused severe tension between the European nations, and this balance of power that Bismarck had eventually set up was kind of destroyed, and that led to World War I.
So fast forward a little bit towards the end of World War II. It left Europe in economic and political chaos. So before all of this, Europe was known to give out money to other countries, but now it needed support. And who was basically the superpower at this time? The United States. So the US, to help Europe's economy, institutionalized the Marshall Plan, which was basically a way for Europe to become more economically stable. This made people realize that nationalism should just be thrown away and that Europe should really unite in order to bring back their power. So in 1948, Benelux was created, and this was basically between Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. They opened trade within each other, and this helped their markets become free. This inspired Jean Monnet to come up with the idea of a European coal and steel community. This included the three countries of Benelux, West Germany, France, and Italy. And these six nations basically repealed all the inner tariffs and started to trade with each other. And their trade with each other helped boost their position in the global market. They quickly became a major part of the global economy. So the European Committee formed, which led to the European Parliament being formed. And basically, the European Parliament was in charge of the budget and making sure that Europe was united in itself to help each other. And so sooner or later, Western Europe started to challenge American production and trade. For example, in 1971, Western Europe was making more steel than the US. So 3 years later, these six nations added other nations into it and created the European Union. This established Europe as one identity. This let Europe regain back its authoritative power among the world.
Recap time! So, balance of power is that not one power should have total control over all its nations. Congress of Vienna in 1814 established a nice balance of power because of France's Napoleonic Wars. Otto von Bismarck, who led Germany into its unification, created alliances to isolate France. However, tensions would rise, which would lead to World War I.
So fast forward, and 2 world wars passed. This led to Europe's economy and political situation to become very, very unstable. This led to people straying from nationalism to becoming more united together. And it started with Benelux, with Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. And this eventually led to the European Coal and Steel Community with Benelux and West Germany, France, and Italy. This union quickly established Western Europe as a major part of a global market. Western Europe eventually was able to challenge American production and trade. An example would be steel.
So 3 years later, more nations would join these 6 nations in becoming the European Union. This helped Europe bring back its authoritative figure to the world.